Hello again. We're classifying polynomials this time, and let me just give you a very brief overview on what we're doing. We classify it by degree and terms. Now degree means a number of exponents combined on any single term on top of the variables. So since this doesn't have a variable, and this is the only term, it's a constant. Since this has a variable, the exponent on top of it is 1, it's linear. 10x squared, the highest exponent on top of the variable, is a quadratic for a specific term. There's a cube on top of the x, it's cubic. There's a 4 on top of the x, it's 4th degree. 5 on top of an x, or any variable for that matter, it's 5th degree, 6th degree, 7th degree. Actually, I think that's called quartic. Some books just say 0 degree, 1 degree, 2 degrees, 3 degrees, 4 degrees, 5 degrees. But some books tell you to use this, and some teachers expect you to know the names: constant, linear, quadratic, cubic. I don't think anybody expects you to remember quartic, but I think it's quartic. I don't even know off the top of my head. But after cubic, you can just generally do 4th degree, 5th degree, 6th degree. And it's also classified in terms. And you should go ahead and look at this yourself afterwards. If it has one term, it's a monomial, mono. If it's got 2 terms, like a bicycle, it's a binomial. If it's got 3 terms, it's a trinomial. If it's got 4 or more terms, it's a polynomial. But that's actually misleading because all of these are technically polynomials as well. But the specific name of a 1 term is monomial, 2 terms binomial, 3 terms trinomial, 4 or more we just call it a polynomial. And I went ahead and I put a couple examples down just to make sure. Now let me say this again. When it comes to degree, you have to look at the variables in the term. The variables in the term. So this one doesn't have any variables, so I don't have to worry about it. This one has a variable, and it's to the power of 2. So it's 2nd degree, and 2nd degree is called quadratic. And it's got 2 terms, 1, 2, so it's called a binomial. So it's a quadratic binomial. Now this one fools a lot of students. You have to look at the variables and you have to look at the number of exponents on the highest term of a variable. Actually, you know what? Let me make this a little bit more interesting. Okay. That's actually more challenging. How many terms does it have? What's the degree, etc.? Well, let's do terms first. It's got 1, 2, 3 different terms. When it's separated by an addition or a subtraction, it's another term. So it's a trinomial because it's got 3 terms. Now this has a degree of 1, this has a degree of 1, but I only take the degree from the term with the highest exponent. Well, this one has a 3, so its degree is 3. No, it's not, because if it's all in one term, I've got to account for that too. So this has a degree of 3, this has a degree of 1, that makes it 4 degrees altogether. And I don't have a specific name for a 4 degree, so I call it a 4th degree trinomial. A little bit about classifying numbers. Obviously, when your teacher gives you this type of material, they're probably going to give you a chart to categorize it, or you can always look in your book as well. But this is a brief little introduction about degrees, terms, and a couple examples. This one's more difficult than you'd usually encounter, but it's good to sometimes do that. That's it. Have a great day.